This year's military tattoo begins with the public warning sirens, marking 40 years of total defense and reminding us of Singapore's occupation and the need to be united as one. On stage, a protective barrier surrounds the people as blocks converge, symbolizing external threats and that military alone is not enough to safeguard our homeland. The blocks emerge as 6 arrowheads, representing the 6 pillars of total defense. Military, civil, economic, social, digital, and psychological defense. Next, as performers march in linear paths, seemingly out of sync, but together, a movement of circles unravels. Truly, there's a part for everyone.
There's a part for everyone in this land that we belong. There's a part for one and all to keep our nation strong.
Many things that we can do to help defend our land. Let us all do what we can together, hand in hand. Put your heart, your mind, your will to our defense. Put your heart, your mind, your will to our defense. If we all unite as one, we can defend our Singapore with our heart, our mind, our will forevermore. Put your heart, your mind, your will to our defense. Put your heart, your mind, your will to our defense. If we all unite as one, we can defend our Singapore with our heart, our mind, our will forevermore. If we all unite as one, we can defend our Singapore with our heart, our mind, our will.
Finally, the 6 arrows unite to form the Total Defense logo, symbolizing individual efforts towards a common goal for Singapore. We must all play our part in total defense. The parade regimental Sergeant Major for National Day Parade 2024 is Master Warrant Officer Muhammad Ayub bin Said Abdul Qadir, Brigade Sergeant Major, 2nd Singapore Infantry Brigade.
Baris! Sedai! Ya! Jula! Senja! Ka! Baris! Dari kiri dan kanan. Cepat jauh. Lan!
Marching in are the 3 SAF contingents from the Army, Navy, and Air Force, together with the Singapore Police Force and the Singapore Civil Defence Force. Also joining us is the contingent made up of committed men and women from the SAF Volunteer Corps and the Home Team Volunteers Network. Joining them are the contingents from the various uniformed youth organizations. From the Blue Sector, our National Cadet Corps, Sea and Air, National Civil Defense Cadet Corps, Singapore Red Cross Society, the Boys Brigade in Singapore, and Girl Guides. From the Yellow Sector, our National Cadet Corps Land, National Police Cadet Corps, St. John Brigade, Girls Brigade, and Scouts Association. Marching in now are our social and economic groups. From the Yellow Sector are BAP-PCF, Keppel Limited, OSIM International Private Limited, DBS Bank Limited, RAM, SATS Limited, and EU Holidays Private Limited. From the Blue Sector, our National Trades Union Congress, Semcor Industries Limited, Singtel, ESA International, One Team Singapore, Cetrium Limited, and Good Hood, the digital couple. Ladies and gentlemen, the 30 marching contingents which represent our resolve to defend our country through our concept of total defense. Military, civil, economic, social, digital, and psychological defense. Ladies and gentlemen, the parade commander will now take over command of the parade from the parade regimental sergeant major.
The parade and ceremony. It's a time to stand united. It's a time for Singaporeans from all walks of life, regardless of race, language, or religion, to show the world what Singapore can be.
It's a time to show our strength.
It's a time to rally one another. It's a time to show our commitment.
It's a time to make my friends and family proud. Let's go! It's the time.
Kawalan kehormatan. Masuk. Press. Stop. Press. Hormat panci-panci. Hormat. Senja. Bang. Kawalan kehormatan. Dari kiri. Cepat jalan!
Ladies and gentlemen, marching onto the stage are 36 regimental colors. The colors party comprises ensigns, who are commissioned officers, and they are escorted by specialists or military experts. The colors regimental sergeant major is military expert 3 Jason Tan, lead controller, maintenance operation control center, 805 squadron, air power generation command. Ladies and gentlemen, this year's presidential gun salute will be executed by soldiers from 23rd Battalion, Singapore Artillery, on board the M3G raft, operated by the crew from 35th Battalion, Singapore Combat Engineers at Merlion Park. Escorting the 4 state colors are the 5 Guard of Honor contingents. These contingents are proudly formed by the Singapore Army, the Republic of Singapore Navy, the Republic of Singapore Air Force, the Digital and Intelligence Service, and the Singapore Police Force.
Kawalan kehormatan, kekenan, lurus! Kawalan kehormatan, hormat panji-panji, hormat senjata! Baris, 入座，升降，Baris, 升等梯，
The parade commander for National Day Parade 2024 is Lieutenant Colonel Roger Cheong, commanding officer, Frogman School, and Underwater Demolition Group. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together to welcome our senior parliamentary secretaries, mayors, ministers of state, and senior ministers of state to the parade.
Baris, 下来，
There was a time when people said that Singapore won't make it, but we did.
There was a time when trouble seemed too much for us to take, but we did. We built a nation, strong and free, reaching out together for peace and harmony.
Joining us today are our former presidents, Dr. Tony Tan Keng Yang and Madam Halima Yaakob, along with Emeritus Senior Minister, Mr. Goh Chok Tong. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us at today's parade are our cabinet ministers, senior ministers, and deputy prime ministers.
It's here that we belong. All of us united, one people marching on. We've come so far together, our common destiny. Singapore forever, a nation strong and free. This is my country.
This year, we are especially delighted to be joined by our senior minister, Mr. Lee Hsien Loong. Let's put our hands together to welcome our ministers and Mr. Lee Hsien Loong.
These are my friends. We are Singaporeans.
There was a time when people said that Singapore won't make it, but we did.
Boys! Senang Day!
In May 2024, Mr. Lee Hsien Loong stepped down after 20 years as Prime Minister. He led Singapore with wisdom and integrity and always kept the interests of Singaporeans at heart. Under his leadership, Singapore continued to shine brightly. Mr. Lee, thank you for all that you have done for Singapore and Singaporeans.
I, Lee Hsien Loong, having been appointed to the office of Prime Minister, it's not just working out policies or managing the economy. It's really uniting all Singaporeans, making sure everybody knows that we're on the same venture together and making each generation of Singaporeans feel proud to be Singaporean. The well-being of Singaporeans depends not just on bread and butter issues, but on how we behave, how we relate to one another. Kita adalah satu bangsa, tidak kira kaum, bahasa, atau agama. Kita harus terus meluaskan ruang persamaan di antara kaum, serta mengukuhkan nilai-nilai dan identiti kesingapuraan kita. 我们有责任好好照顾他们，因为有了他们，我们才有今天的新加坡，国家才会有今天的成就。It's not policies, it's people. Our families are what make life meaningful for many of us. In fact, our children are the reason why we want Singapore to have a future. For them. We are building a fair and just society which respects every person, especially persons with disabilities. Each of us has something to contribute. We had one overriding aim to protect lives and prevent as many avoidable deaths as possible. Our frontline staff, they are inspirations to all of us. We have confidence in each other and we don't leave anyone behind. This is what it means to be Singaporean. Long may this little red dot shine brightly in the world. My fellow Singaporeans, this is my 40th year in politics. It's been my great honor to have served you. Your unwavering support enabled us to get here with the country in good shape and heading in the right direction. And to all of you, I say a very big thank you.
Thank you, Assembly.
Thank you, Assembly.
Terima kasih, Encik Lee.
Thank you, Assembly.
Thank you, Assembly.
等一下，厉行先。
Thank you, Assembly.
Thank you, Assembly.
谢谢你，师长。
Nandri Tiruli.
Thank you, SME.
Thank you, Mr. Lee.
Boys! Senang!
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise to welcome the arrival of our Prime Minister, Mr. Lawrence Wong.
parliamentary. Forward. Center. Now. Vice Russo. Center. Now.
Prime Minister Lawrence Wong will now take his seat. Mr. Lawrence Wong is Singapore's fourth Prime Minister. This is his first appearance at National Day Parade as our Prime Minister. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
First, Senang Day!
Next, the music video by performers from various secondary schools and special education schools will present a medley of some of our favorite NDP songs. Ladies and gentlemen, let us all sing along.
We are one Singapore, one nation strong and free. 1,000 different voices sing harmony. We must stand together hand in hand, as one as a people, Singapore. We're working for heart and soul, where dreams come true for us. When we walk together hand in hand towards the future somewhere. Where we belong, we're working for heart and soul, where we are one big family. Just shouting out that this is where I belong.
So now we look around and we see
A nation filled with love by you and me.
a land to treasure right down to the core.
Our home, our heart, our Singapore. My island home of my family. This is my future, where I want to be. Sing the song of home, a land of peace, where dreams are born every day. My home, wherever I may be, I believe you will always be a part of me. I believe you will always be a part of me.
First, Sunday!
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise to welcome the arrival of the President of the Republic of Singapore, Mr. Tharman Shanmugaratnam.
入座，圣者。
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the salute to the nation. Approaching the Padang are 5 F-16 Fighting Falcons, led by Commanding Officer 140 Squadron, Lieutenant Colonel Ko Su Kia, call sign Tiger. Here's his message for Singapore.
Hello, Singapore. It is our great honor flying the salute to the nation. Happy birthday, Singapore.
Now look up to the skies. And here they come! Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
Mr. President, the parade is formed up and ready for your inspection. Sir.
Our president will now inspect the parade. As a mark of respect, the 25-pounder guns will fire in salute to our president. Our President will now embark on a presidential drive past on the ceremonial vehicle around the Padang. Mr. Tharman Shanmugaratnam is Singapore's 9th President. This is his first appearance at National Day Parade as our President. Ladies and gentlemen, let's wave our flags for our President. Come on, Singapore! Ladies and gentlemen, the Guard of Honor will now execute the Feu de Joie, or Fire of Joy, to celebrate our nation's birthday.
Kawalan kehormatan akan tembak Feu de Joie. Isikan peluru. Hormat. Tembak. Isikan lagi. Hormat. Tembak. Isikan lagi. Hormat. Tembak. Kawalan kehormatan datang senja. Ha! Kawalan kehormatan rusuh senja. Ha! Mr. President, may I have your permission to march off the parade? Sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, our president will now take his seat.
Remember the days we set out together with faith. Remember the times so fine when we thought that nothing could stand in our way. That things were the same.
Kawalan kehormatan tiap. Yang lain, julah, senja. Ha! Baris akan berjalan keluar dalam masa cepat. Kawalan kehormatan dahulu, kawalan kehormatan ke kanan. Yang lain, ke kiri dan ke kanan. Go! Naik!
Ladies and gentlemen, the Colors Party is forming up for the march past with the 5 Guard of Honor contingents. Colors have a long history, dating back to the early 17th century. They originated as a form of identification in battle. Unlike today's colors, which bear a state or regimental crest, these early flags were rudimentary banners of a single color, hence the term colors. Colors became a source of morale and pride for soldiers. Men and women were inspired to keep fighting when they saw their flag flying high. Because of their symbolic importance, capturing an enemy's colors was considered a great honor, while losing one's colors was a severe humiliation. Hence, a group of soldiers, the Colors Party, was assigned to protect the colors in battle. Today, colors are no longer carried into battle, but they are still retained in modern armed forces as symbols of tradition and glory. They also bear the badges that commemorate the regiment's achievements and help promote cohesion, esprit de corps, and instill a sense of pride and loyalty in the unit. Ladies and gentlemen, as a mark of respect, please stand when the colors march directly in front of you. Ladies and gentlemen, leading the march past is the parade commander, Lieutenant Colonel Roger Cheong. Also in the forefront are the 4 state colors, followed by the parade regimental Sergeant Major, Master Warrant Officer Muhammad Ayub bin Said Abdul Qadir. Following behind are the 36 regimental colors of the SAF, with the colors Regimental Sergeant Major, Military Expert 3, Jason Tan. Coming up is the Army Guard of Honor contingent, formed by the men from the best combat unit, 1st Commando Battalion, led by Major Clement E. The 2nd Guard of Honor contingent is the Navy Guard of Honor contingent, formed by the men from the Naval Diving Unit, led by Major Pang Chien Lam. The 3rd Guard of Honor contingent is the Republic of Singapore Air Force contingent, formed by the men and women from the Air Power Generation Command, led by Major Benjamin Coe. Guard of Honor Contingent is the Digital and Intelligence Service Contingent formed by the men and women from the Joint Intelligence Command and the SAF C4 Command, led by Military Expert 5 S. Subhash. Finally, the 5th Guard of Honor Contingent is the Singapore Police Force Contingent, formed by the men and women from the Police Training Command, led by Contingent Commander, Deputy Superintendent of Police, Muhsin bin Abdul Razak. Total defense forms the pillars of our nation, and it involves every Singaporean in playing our part to build a strong and cohesive nation. This year, we commemorate 40 years of total defense. Ladies and gentlemen, look to the stage as the parade now forms the letters TD40, commemorating 40 years of nation building. Ladies and gentlemen, bringing the parade closer to you, the SAF, Home Team, SAF Volunteer Corps, Home Team Volunteers Network, and uniformed groups will march through the stands as they exit the parade. This signifies the unity of Singaporeans through the pillars of total defense. Let's wave our flags as they pass by you. Come on, Singapore! Ladies and gentlemen, marching out from the parade now are our social and economic groups. Leading them are the contingents formed by PAP-PCF, led by Xie Yao Chuan, and National Trades Union Congress, led by Sazali bin Zainal. Next are the contingents formed by Keppel Limited, led by Ong Meng Tong, and Semcorp Industries Limited, led by Charlotte Lim. Following behind are the contingents formed by OSIM International Private Limited, led by Kelvin Tay, and Singtel, led by Tupinder Singh. Next are the contingents formed by DBS Bank Limited, led by Justin Wong, and BSA International, led by Mohammed Irfan. Following behind are the contingents formed by Grab, led by Jerome Tong, and One Team Singapore, led by Rosila binti Abdullah. Next are the contingents formed by SATS Limited, led by Siti Noraza, and Citrium Limited, led by Xiao Lin Ho. Ending off the contingents formed by our social and economic groups are EU Holidays Private Limited, led by Ang Wee Tak, and Good Hood the Digital Kampong, led by Andy Yap. Lastly, providing the marching music for this evening's parade is the combined band, made up of SAF Central Band and the National Cadet Corps Command Band, led by Director of Music, Military Expert 5, Ignatius Wong, and Band Drum Major, Military Expert 2, Mohammed Hafiz bin Amran.